Hi Jody Creatives, welcome back to another exciting tutorial on how to make this Ankara wrap turban you're seeing right here on your screen. It's very beautiful and it's very easy to make. So if this is something you know you will love to learn, you have to watch this video to the end. And if you have not subscribed, please do well to hit the subscribe button and let's get right into the class. Welcome back. So these are the materials you are going to be using. You need an African print, which is also known as Ankara fabric, and you need just 1 yard is fine. You won't even use the whole 1 yard, so you just need pieces of Ankara. Maybe you're done with your dresses and you have some pieces of Ankara left. You can just make this simple turban wrap, right? So let's get right into the measurements. You fold your fabric into 2 and you go ahead to measure 12.5 inches. 12.5 inches for your head circumference. If you open it up, you have 25 inches. You can make it less, you can increase yours. So the length that's the length of the turban is 15 inches. 15 inches. You can also make it less because when I was done, it's like it's much, so you can make 13 inches. 13 inches is fine. 13 inches is very okay. So when you're done with the measurement, that is 25 inches by 13 inches. So you go ahead and curve it just the way we curve turban cap, because it's also a turban cap. So you go ahead and curve it. From that angle you mark 3 inches. From this other end you mark 3 inches. That is folded part, you mark 3 inches, and from the top you also mark 3 inches. So you go ahead and connect all those 3 inches just the way you're seeing on the screen, right? From that angle you mark 3 inches. From this folded part you mark 3 inches, and from the up you also go ahead and mark 3 inches. So you just connect all those joinings together. But if you know how to curve your turban, just go ahead and curve it. All you need at that back is just a curve, that's all, right? Just a curve, nothing serious. So just go ahead and curve your turban and make it a neat curve that does not have any sharp edges. If you have any sharp edges, just eliminate those sharp edges. So when you are done with the cutting, you spread it out just the way you're seeing on the screen. Then you go ahead and pipe it, and you are going to pipe it in a way that elastic can go into it, because we are still going to insert ½ inches elastic. So we are going to pipe it, you are going to sew it in a way that your elastic can enter inside. So this is the ½ inches we are going to insert inside. So as you can see, I've gone ahead to sew it. You can see it in a way that elastic can pass through the pipe you made. So you go ahead and take your safety pin with your elastic. This elastic is 7 inches elastic. It's 7 inches, ½ inches elastic. The length is 7 inches, but you can use 5 inches. That's if you are using 13 inches, you can use 5 inches. It's fine. So, but this is 7 inches. So you go ahead and insert it inside. You pin it down so that your elastic does not escape. You pin it down just the way you're seeing. So when you're done pinning, you go ahead and pass your elastic all round. Pass it all around, all through, and come out from the other side. So when you're out from the other side, you go ahead again and pin. You go ahead again and pin, and make sure you hold your elastic very well. Otherwise it will just escape. So you hold it tight and then pin it. Then go ahead and lock your elastic. You lock it down, and this is what we have. So when you're done with this, we are done with this actually. So you're just going to set it aside and then pick the pieces, the handle, that's the rope, at the back. So the measurement we have here is 10 inches wideness. The wideness is 10 inches, and the length is by the length of Ankara length is 45 inches. The length of Ankara is 45 inches. So the length of this piece, the first piece I cut, is 45 inches. So that means 10 inches by 45 inches, and you go ahead and cut out two. The same thing, you cut out two pieces so that you have enough length. So if you are not working with Ankara and you're working with any other fabric, you can cut 90 inches, you can cut 18 inches, it's fine. You can even cut 70 inches, it's okay, it's very okay. But this now is 45 plus 45, that's 90 inches. So you go ahead and join it like so that you can have just one piece. We need it one long piece, right? So when you're done, you fold it into two, just the way you're seeing on the screen. You fold one end, and you bring the other end also, you fold it to give it a slant. Now this slant is optional, you don't have to do your own like that, it's optional. So if you know you don't want it, just please skip it, or you just ignore it. So it's optional, it's not compulsory. So you just go ahead and make a slant. If you want the slant, you go ahead and make the slant. So when you're done with, just make sure you arrange it properly before making that slant. Arrange it very well. Yeah, so just go ahead and measure 5 inches. Yeah, 5 inches, it's fine. Then you slant it and cut it out. It's very simple, just cut it out. So when you're done cutting, the next thing we're going to do, you take it to your sewing machine. From that slant you make, okay, before then you measure around what is left open in the cap. You just measure it round. As you can see, you go ahead and measure it round. So when we measure this round, we got 23 inches. 23 inches. So 23 inches, you divide it by 2, we'll have 11.5. 11.5. So you also take your piece and fold it into two. We fold it into two, just as you're seeing on the screen. So when you're done folding, you also fold it again. After folding it into two, you fold it again into another two. Then you place your 11.5 to notch where you are going to stop your sewing, so that you will know where to stop your sewing, because you are not going to sew everything. We are not closing everything up yet. So you just notch it so that you will know where to stop when sewing the handle. I hope I'm making sense. Okay, so let's go. So the next thing is to fold it into two, just like this. Then you go ahead and sew. You stitch it all the way to that point you notched. Remember, yeah, that point, you sew it to that point. Repeat the same thing to the other hand. So go ahead and sew. So when you're done sewing, this is what we have. So all you just have to do, we stop at that notch. Take note of that. So you go ahead and turn everything to the right side. You turn this other hand to the right side. You turn the other hand to the right side. Turn them to the right side, and this is what we have. So when we're done turning, the next thing is to bring your cap. So this joining that joining is going to serve as our midpoint for the handle, and then for the cap you are just going to get the midpoint yourself. So you just take your scissors and notch the midpoint. So when you're done notching the midpoint, you go ahead and pin it to that point. That's that point where we join it, when we join the two hands together. Yeah, that's now the midpoint of the handle, and we already notched the cap. So you notch to that midpoint, you pin it. So you also pin all the way to that part that we left open where we notch. Okay, so you pin it also. So you repeat the same thing to the other side. Repeat the same thing to the other side. So when you're done, you are going to take it to your sewing machine and you are going to stitch it all the way to the other side. Now you are stitching just one piece, not the other one, so leave the other one out of it, stitch only one piece. So we are done stitching now. So the next thing we are going to do now is to bring the other piece that we left behind. Yeah, bring it to the front. Then you fold in half inches in. You fold in here just like so. You fold in half inches, then you start sewing it down. So you are going to sew it all the way round again. So it's just like top stitching. You start top stitching on it. You start top stitching on it gradually until you get to the other side of the handle. Yeah, start from one side of the handle till you get to the other side of the handle. So if you have watched this video to this point, please do well to hit the subscribe button and click on the notification bell. It's free. You know, it does not cost you anything to do that. So please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and support your girl, right? So I appreciate you all for always coming back here to watch my video. I appreciate you. Thank you, every one of my subscribers. So you go ahead and sew it round, and this is what we have. So it's very simple, very easy to make, like I said. And if my measurement is too big, please reduce your own measurement, and if it's too small, increase your measurement. It's as simple as that. So can you see how beautiful it's looking already? So it's a go-to cap, a cap that you can just pick and just quickly wrap around your head and go. You can also use a plain fabric to make it. So you can use a plain fabric, you can use a stretchy fabric, you can use any fabric to make it. Understand? Yeah, so it's very easy, and it's very easy to wrap around your head. It's very easy to wrap, and you can wrap it different ways. That's different ways you can wrap it. So it's so beautiful and it's so nice. So thank you for watching this video. Can you see how beautiful it is? It's so lovely. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.